Hey everybody. So I recently discovered this game, and I felt like there really aren't any good LPs on YouTube of it. So I'm going to do that. And it's called Danganronpa. It's an English patched game, originally released in Japan, obviously. You can find the patched ISO online in various places. I don't think I'm legally allowed to share that. If you want to be legal about it, you could dump a UMD image of the original Japanese release and then patch it, but ain't nobody got time for that. So, basically, this is supposedly sort of like what is it called? Phoenix Wright. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. It's basically sort of like Phoenix Wright, but it's got some other stuff that's more common to the visual novel side of things. And if you know me, I'm a sucker for a good visual novel, and I'm not a weeaboo. So anyway, let's just get this going. I'm gonna give you fair warning, though. I have decided in advance, yeah, that's how you word. I've decided in advance I'm going to read the text aloud, at least the text that isn't voice acted, because most of it isn't voice acted. I'm not going to do female voices, except for one. You will understand. But I will do all the male voices. Reason being, one, I want to, and two, I feel like it will add something to it. I feel like that's one thing that all visual novels could use, is at least optional voice acting. So you're just gonna have to deal with that, and if this actually manages to get popular, I will gladly republish it with, or the LP that is, without voice acting. And with that, let's get this going. I don't have a save from the demo. This is running in an emulator, not using whatever the fuck you people used to use to record PSP gameplay directly from a PSP. So there may be graphical issues. Well, there will be graphical issues, mainly in the text. If anything severe happens, I will try to work out some way around that. You may notice some very slight popping in the audio. That is because the audio buffer isn't large enough, but I can't really do anything about that. So, alright. I'm going to be playing on medium, because I honestly don't know what either of those difficulties change, because I don't know what the logic or action segments are. This is sort of blind. I have played up to Chapter 1 on my PSP, and that's whenever I decided that this needs to be recorded. So, alright. Yeah, you can really hear the audio popping. Yeah, so that's kind of what we're going for here. Is a it doesn't appear to be violent, but it is somewhat dark, but it has a lighthearted feel to it underneath of it all. So I really think that this is going to be a good game. Alright, so get ready for some voice acting, people! The enormous academy towered over the city's central upper-class residential district. It was like the whole world revolved around that place. Kibogamine Private Academy. This federally accredited, super-privileged academy gathers students of the highest caliber in all fields, so it can groom them to be the best of the best. Graduating is said to guarantee a life of success. Kibogamine Academy has been producing top-tier prospects in every discipline for hundreds of years. Fostering students in whom the country can place their hope, it's aptly referred to as Hope's Academy. There are 2 qualifications one must meet to enroll. 1, you must currently be enrolled in high school. 2, you must excel in all subjects. There is no application process. All new students are scouted by the academy. And yet, there I was. Standing before the gates to an academy as superbly, supremely amazing as that. So that is some of the very little voice acting that goes on in this game. I assume that it's limited in the voice acting because of the PSP UMD not having that much space on it. This is a pretty big PSP game. It's unless it's full of dummy files, it is 1.2 gigs, and that's on the upper end. I don't know of many PSP games that go over 1.3 or so. Anyway, this is the name of our character, Makoto Neigi. And I probably pronounced that slightly incorrectly. Again, I'm not a weeaboo, so piss off. I am, just as I appear to be, a helplessly ordinary average high school student. And I'm not a whole lot different on the inside either. I'm not particularly skilled at anything, nor am I all that eccentric or really extraordinary at all. I don't have any special tastes or interests. I'm not a mutant, and I don't possess a stand.
It's a reference to an anime and a manga series and a game series. It's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's funny. It's a funny reference joke.
If you want to know my favorite actor, my favorite comic, my favorite band, or my favorite movie, just look at the charts and there you go. Whatever's number 1, that's more than likely it. Ordinary to an almost cliché degree, the most average of the average. That's me. Starting things off so by the books with an introduction, it's a great example of that. Well, if I had to pick something, my one redeeming quality would be that I'm a little more optimistic than most, I guess. And there I was, normal, everyday me, standing in front of Kibogamine Academy, a far cry from what you'd call an ordinary school. I've really come to an amazing place. I'm not getting in over my head, am I? I felt like a very small fish lost in a very, very large ocean, though I doubt anyone could blame me. Now, just so I don't sound like I'm blowing things out of proportion, I guess I should probably catch you up on the preparations I did last night. The students selected to attend Kibogamine Academy really are super skilled in all subjects. And, in fact, there's such a hot topic that they have a dedicated thread on a certain online message board. It's totally not 4chan! Nope, nope, nope! Oh, nope, 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 nope! Actually, it's probably whatever 4chan's based on. I can't remember what that's called. But, yeah. Half in the name of preparation and half morbid curiosity, I poked around in that thread for a bit. Every single person mentioned was super duper high school material, leaps and bounds above average. Take this super duper high school idol, for example. Yeah, that's the kind of things you're gonna have to deal with from emulation issues. She enjoys fame nationwide as the lead vocalist in a highly popular girl group.
She got some big titties too.
And then there's the super duper high school all-star. He played both ace pitcher and cleanup hitter on his team, leading them to victory in the championships. As an athlete, he is at the top of the top tier, already being scouted for the pro leagues. Animation! Next is the super duper high school supermodel. Animation glitches! With her photos lining all the fashion magazines, she's a role model for teenage girls everywhere. To top it off, there's even a super duper high school outlaw biker. Frighteningly, he rules Japan's largest biker gang. He's feared and revered by delinquents nationwide. After that, there's the super duper high school fighter, scion, swimmer, otaku, super duper high school programmer, high roller, prefect, shaman, etc., etc. I like that he managed to get in on this thread with, like, the first post. Yeah, there's no way it's 4chan, now that I look at it, because that would be the first post ever in an entire board, and that wouldn't make any sense. Anyway, with peers as distinguished and elite as them, I can't help but feel small and powerless. To put it another way, I feel like a calico who accidentally stumbled into a pride of lions. However, there was something that struck me as odd. There were a couple students who, no matter how much I searched, I couldn't find any information on. While, much to my relief, my own talentless self was among the unaccounted for, I wasn't sure what to make of the other missing name. Could it mean I'm not the only incoming student without a laundry list of accomplishments? Thinking there might even be the slightest chance that I'm not alone in my uselessness is pitifully reassuring. Anyway, that aside, the real question is, how did a normal kid like me end up being selected to join the ranks of the super duper high schoolers? Well, to find your answer, you need but glance at my admissions notice. We at Kibugamine Academy have selected by lottery a single candidate from a pool of average students. Your name was chosen, and so we invite you to join us this year as the super duper high school Luckster. As you can see, it was mere luck. Nothing more. In all honesty, I probably should have declined, but there was no way I could, knowing that graduation all but guarantees success in life. However, standing there with the school before my very eyes, I feared I might be out of my league after all. Nope, there you go. Not that I can just loiter in front of the gate forever either. Mumbling to myself, I dropped my gaze to the admissions notice in my hand. New students meet in the entrance hall at 8 a.m. There's still some time before we're scheduled to meet up, but I guess I should get going. Yeah. Here he goes. After mustering together far more resolve than should be necessary for one's first day of classes, I headed towards the entrance hall. Well, here I am. Doesn't look like anyone else is here, though. Nope! I looked up at the entrance hall's gorgeous clock. 7:10, it said. The meeting's at 8, which means I've still got 50 minutes. Of course no one else is here. I was so nervous I came here too early. There's still plenty of time, and I don't really feel like just standing here until then. Maybe I could just wander the halls a bit. Might help loosen me up. I'm technically a student here now, so there shouldn't be a problem. I hope. All I'm doing is killing a little time. Having convinced myself it wasn't such a big deal, I took my first step into Kibogamine Academy. That first step, overflowing with hope for the start of a new life here. Or, that's how it was supposed to be. Oh no, it's Genghis! Huh? However, the moment my foot touched the floor, the world began to twist and spin, and I couldn't fully grasp the reality until finally it all blended together, melting like cotton candy, swirling and twirling and whirling and curling into a thick, syrupy, viscous pulp. And the next second, darkness. That was the beginning and the end of my everyday life. I should have realized it then. I wasn't there because it was a super-duper high school luckster, but the super-duper high school unluckster. Oh, thought that was a graphical glitch. And we begin the prologue. Yeah, we're gonna save. Nope. Not yet. Next time, we'll actually start the prologue. No, you probably wanted me to finish the whole prologue in one big video. Well, that would take an hour. And fuck you. Next time. How do I fucking